Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. Today we gotta be real quiet. My wife was working from downstairs and I've been sneaking around because I just got two Z11s. And my wife said Crazytown is closed. No more miners in there. I can't buy anything else. It's over as far as ASICs go. What I have is what I have. But I just got a chance to get these and I couldn't resist, so I grabbed them. I got two of them downstairs in Crazytown. What I'm looking forward to is that they only have two fans. So same with the L3 Plus or the L3 Plus Plus. It has two fans also, one on each end. This one has them, as you can see here, stacked, but it shouldn't produce any more noise than those L3s, so it probably won't be noticed, and I might be able to sneak these in. So we're gonna have to tiptoe downstairs. I don't want her to know I'm going out there to do any work because she's always peeking in on me to making sure I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be doing out there. But we're gonna go out there, we're gonna check him out. So you wanna come with me, be real quiet. We're gonna go sneak downstairs, all right? Come on, let's go. All right, y'all, we're out in Crazytown and there it is. There's that Z11 right there. I've got the other one right over here. This one isn't plugged up because the power supply is super loud. It's got this high-pitched squealing sound, kind of like the T17. That's why I only run that at night. So this one I'm either gonna have to get another power supply for it or only run it at night for a little while. The other one I have over there, it's running strong. It only has two fans on it. As you see, it's got two fans that just pull air through it and push it out the back. Whereas like the L3 Plus, L3 Plus Plus, it's got two fans, one sucking in, one pulling out, and it's a more focused, where this one has two of them. But same with that Z9 up there. Now that Z9, that was a little furnace. I'll tell you, that put out some heat. But again, that only had two fans. That one probably could have used four fans, but that's not how they made them. Anyway, I've got that one hooked up. It's running strong. I'll just give you a little peek on that. So, but this power supply is Alpha Miner. It's not doing so well. That one's got the stock bit main, but these are pretty strong, 2400 watts. And that's because these things will pull up to, close to 3000 watts, and I think. So we're gonna go up and look at some numbers, but there it is. The wife doesn't know about it. Because it only has two fans, it's no more louder than the L3 Pluses because they have the double fan. So it's the same noise level as adding one of those. But the profitability is going to be so much better with these. So, mixing it up a little bit. Got the Litecoin, Dogecoin, got the Zcash I'm doing over here now. Got Bitcoin on that one. That's merge mining Vertcoin and one other coin when it's on. But that's basically it, y'all. This one up here was having trouble, kept on turning on and off every like 10 minutes. So I took it down. I'm going to swap power supply on that one, just see if that's all it was. But I'll get that one back up there. Otherwise, everybody's running except now for this Z11 and the T17. Those are going to be the nighttime miners. Got to keep it as quiet as I can. But there it is. So let's go upstairs. Let's check out some numbers on this. All right, I'm back upstairs, and man, it looks sweet. I'll tell you, I am really excited to get them running. I've got one up right now. I've got the other one I'm going to be setting up tonight. I was going to be doing a video for that one while I set it up. Like I said, that one with the power supply is a little bit louder. So for now, until I get another power supply, that'll be, I think this is the stock Antminer one that I have on the other machine is running real quiet. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of those. And then I'll have a backup power supply if I ever needed one. But otherwise, I'm really not going to use it because of how loud it is. For now, it'll be running at night with the T17 with all the other miners. But during the day, I'll turn those two off and just let everything continue to mine. So that's what we got. Let's look at some numbers. Now, I will say when I did get this miner, I did install the stock firmware from Bitmain. And when I did that, it came up. And let me go ahead and bring that up for you real quick. It came up with the Z11E on it. And I was like, oh man, did he send me a Z11E? I was kind of bummed out because I thought, once I put the stock firmware on it, I thought, anyway, I'm looking at it going and I'm at 140 souls. And I got to tell you, when I look at the Z11E, it says it should be around 70 and the Z11 should be around 135. this miner is pulling between 130 to even hitting 150. So this is definitely not a Z11E. This is definitely a Z11. For some reason, when I installed the stock firmware from Bitmain on this, it called it a Z11E. You can call it Sally. Still running at 140. I'm happy. So if we took a look at that for some profitability, ZEC right now on Nanopool is getting a profit of $5.82. If I look at ASIC miner value, it's saying it's pulling 301, but let's see what it's saying for its power. Oh, and by the way, earlier when I was talking about these taking 3,000 watts, that was for both of them mining. These things don't take that much. They take about 1,500 or so, a little less. Power 1418 is what it's calling for on this one. I'm going to go downstairs and check that PDU and see what it really is pulling from the wall, and then get some really definitive numbers. But for now, as I can see, this says $3. And like I said, what was that pulling? I said that was at 1,400. Let's look over here, and what does it say it's pulling? It's saying it's pulling 1,400 also. So it's calling that this one's calling for more. Now, until you actually mine it and see what it's really pulling as far as profitability, you really don't know for sure. These things change daily. I mean, you can check these every day and just be every hour and be constantly changing them. I check it at least once a day, if not surely every other day, because sometimes it changes. Sometimes Nanopool will drop down 5 or 6 spots and 2 miners will pop up, and it'll be 2 miners on Zen, for instance, or 2 miners on ZEC. So it changes, it varies. So you want to be a little mindful of that, but overall, this thing is just humming. I rebooted it just a little while ago because I was putting in a second URL for a redundancy, but I've got that set up, and at 140, I am really excited. The Z11, now that's that Z11E, those L3 pluses that I have in here. If we grab one of those, and I got that running at about, had a sandwich, 620 at about 1,000 watts. This is if you do Digibyte and Dogecoin merge mining, you can get 227, or Litecoin and Doge and get $2.13 a day. I do Litecoin and Doge because I like Litecoin, and though Digibyte is good, and if you haven't done any research on Digibyte, it actually is a great project. Super fast, lightning speeds. It's something, it's worth a read, but for now, I am going to mine the Litecoin and Dogecoin. I am a bigger fan of Litecoin, and to swap what little bit extra I do get from Digibyte and swap it for Litecoin would probably cost me more in gas, even though Digibyte has extremely low gas fees. I mean, extremely low gas fees. Still, I would rather have Litecoin. So yes, I am losing about 14 cents a day, but I'm not going to pay that in gas fees transferring it and worrying about it. I just stay right here. I will say about maybe about a week ago, when prices were down even harder than they are today, this was like maybe 60 or 70 cents difference in here. Dogecoin was down really hard, and Digibyte was still holding. So I'm sorry, Litecoin was down really hard, and and Dogecoin was down too, for that matter. But the Digibyte was doing better, so this was the one to do, and it still is the one to do right now. But I'm sticking with the Litecoin and Doge. If we look at some prices real quick, Zcash, it has gone up. Now it's funny because when we talked about this on the phone, compared to when he sent it to me, I can almost tell you we talked about it. Was it the 15th? We talked about it in here, and then he said he was going to send it. He sent it on the 18th. So it started to pop up a little bit, and I was praying to God that he got that in the mail, because I figured if this thing kept on going, he was not going to want to part with this thing for the 2 L3 pluses and think that that was a fair trade. And thank God he got that in the mail, because since he dropped that in the mail and it got to me, it has been climbing. So I am extremely happy with that ZEC profitability right now. It's doing really well. If we go back and take a peek at that real quick, you can see over here, over the past 7 days, 26, almost 27% in the past 7 days. So Really glad that I got a hold of this thing. I have wanted a Z11 for so long. I've had that Z9. You know that's been my baby. I've kept that thing running even when I was at a negative return with it because of nostalgia. It was my first miner, and I wanted to support the chain, so I kept it running even though it was running at a loss. It was a loss of just a few cents, but nonetheless, I still kept it running. Now I've got these Z11s. I can keep these things running, and I'm actually making some decent money with it. So I am happy to have that. If we scroll up and take a look at Dogecoin, Dogecoin is up a little bit right now. You can see it just jumped up. I mean, let's go to 7 days out. And you can see it just pumped right up right over to here. So what's today, the 24th? Yeah, so just from yesterday to today, it jumped up quite a bit. And if we go ahead and check out Litecoin, we'll just scroll up so you can see Bitcoin too, how that's been pumping. Everybody's been going up. And let's go ahead and get some Litecoin action here. 13% in the past week. In the past day, it's over 3.5%. So as you can see here, also 14 days, it has just been steadily climbing. In the past 7 days when I got it, I think it was like right around in here, was it? It was down in. Nonetheless, I'm super happy I got these. This is an amazing score. So I am glad to have these running. I appreciate you checking in and watching my farm grow, and hopefully you're subscribing and letting the channel grow. Of course, drop me some thumbs up. You know I always appreciate them because it definitely supports the channel. Any comments? What do you got mining in your crazy town? I'd love to see what you got going on. I'm happy to expand my farm. Don't tell my wife because I don't want to be sleeping in the doghouse. But yeah, because these are a little more quiet or just as quiet as those L3s, I can sneak these in and nobody's really going to know the difference. So, mum's the word on that. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button. It's going to be over there. If you want to check out any of my other videos, I'll have one up over there. Thanks for checking in. I'll see y'all next time.